They not letting me cast. They ain't letting me cast shit. Yeah, that's cap. They ain't letting me cast shit. They said the only reason why I'm being allowed to cast is because there's literally nobody else who wants to. As of now. The only reason I've been given the tentative yes is because nobody else fucking wants to, which is crazy. It's crazy to say, but it is true. So we're gonna hope that that holds true. And call your casting ass. If they call my casting ass, I'm gonna be so pissed. My casting is so good. I'll crash out if they call my casting ass. Dead ass. Half those casters are bums. I mean, you saw the last stream, bro. The guy was using fucking what was it? Has been hotel transitions. You saw that transition, right, on the last stream that I played in? The fucking has been hotel shit? I was like, bro, how did you ever think that was, like, totally cool and awesome and cool to use and nobody would ever think about it badly? I did not watch that. Bro, it was so crazy. He was using literally, like, has been hotel fucking flash frames as his transition. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, genuinely, what the fuck are we doing? Why did you think that this was a good idea? What fucking inspired you? It was the craziest shit I've ever seen. I don't even know what to think. So we're just gonna be chilling today, just doing some chill. Racing stuff, maybe some other stuff. We'll see where we bounce around to. I'm gonna end stream and then I'm gonna get cucked out of my casting. So I'm very excited for that. I'm gonna end stream early, then get cucked out of my casting gig. We'll see what happens though. We shall see what happens. I'm prepared. I need to get myself ready. I need to think of a couple of, like, you know, sick lines, you know, after somebody scores. You know? I gotta get ready to go. I gotta, like, pull out some crazy stuff, you know? Stuff they've never seen before. I feel like I've played this map before. I haven't, actually. That's a lie. Besides that, what else is there going on? Nothing, actually. Dude, holy shit. Life is so boring now that I'm just applying for jobs. I don't know what to say. There's just nothing interesting now. My life is actually fucking miserable. Just me working out. Yo, bro, can you shut up? I'm on the phone. My bad, bro. You gotta get that screen time up. Alright, well that was a pretty good run. Gold medal. Look at that. I improved by only 2.95 seconds to get a diamond? Seems very doable. It seems very doable. Seems very doable. I will say, I think the new diet is going pretty well. I'm pretty happy about it so far. Not much has changed, just a little bit less food. And honestly, it's not making a huge difference in the way I feel, which I think is exactly what you want, you know? I'm just kind of quantitatively easing the amount of food I eat. And it's just helping. And hopefully, you know, it's just all good. Should you like hanging out with people? What a crazy question. Yeah, I think in general, yeah. I think I do pretty good at parties. I just think that the problem is not that I hate hanging out with people. Is that it just seems like I get a lot more joy from, you know, being by myself and doing stuff like this, right? That's kind of the problem. And so, it's not like I'm a hater on people. It's just that it's a lot easier for me to just chill by myself and just vibe. Hello, Unk. I am actually Unk, which is crazy to think about, but I am Unk in this particular circumstance. How you doing, Zaz? Zaz? Mr. Pixel? Are we gonna pick up some more players at some point, Zaz? Because 2 of our guys refuse to play, and 1 of our guys is about to get nelged, which means we'll only have 3 players that actually show up and are decent enough to play. We have too many players? That's crazy. We gotta cut some fuckers. I guess S-Flux is fine. Plea 4, B4. I don't know, man. I feel bad for him in some aspects. It's just that some people just don't understand what it actually takes to like improve at the game, or like just improve in general. The problem is, I think B4 is very talented. I just think that sometimes is that people are just like running at. It feels like people are just running at walls, just hoping that they'll break through. When in reality, it's probably a lot easier to just walk around the wall instead of running into it, you know, repeatedly, right? Like, how did I get better? You know, I talked to you a couple of times. I got some advice from Demoni, some other people, but for the most part, I literally just I did my own stuff. I watched other people play the game, and I rewatched my own replays to, you know, pick out my own mistakes. I think that that's kind of all you really need to do. The problem is that people are just more willing to just, you know, spend an hour fucking brute forcing, you know, crit chaining. It's like, okay, you're a god at crit chaining, but you have no idea on how to play the video game, right? At some point, you just need you need to get on the court, and you need a ball, and you're gonna fuck up, and you're gonna make a ton of mistakes, and you're gonna get kicked from a lot of scrims like I did. And eventually, you'll figure it out. I still get kicked from scrims. I got kicked from scrims like a day ago, but honestly, I was playing like shit, and it was like in a BHL scrim, so totally understandable why they kicked me. Entirely justifiable. Big Ice is still not where I should. I'm still not amazing at Big Ice, unfortunately. I'm also not worried about it though. I just think I've found a new level of like consistency and goaltending right now, which is why I'm pretty happy right now. I think I'm playing a lot better than I used to. I think my glove is like somehow become this more consistent like thing where I feel like super confident about what my glove can do and what it can't do. Also, just my movement in general, like I've been so much better about like getting to the place I need to be, just moving these little micro adjustments that don't require, you know, big slides or big, you know, operations. Better, you know, ungloves. Still not amazing, but still, you know, it's a work in progress. There's just a lot of good things that are happening right now with my game. And I'm pretty excited. I just hope that we can keep that energy going, because I just checked the rank. Is like, okay, well, playoffs would be nice, but it's also like we also kind of have to lock in a little bit, because Some of these other teams are closer than I'd like them to be. So, I think if we win our next two, we're in for free. I think if we go 1-1, I think we're like probably in, but still. And then if we go 0-2, I think we're fucked. That's my hot take on the playoff situation. I just hope we do make it, because I think that playing in a 3-game series would be fun. I just think that right now there's only like 3 teams that realistically have a shot at winning. Unfortunately, there's kind of like the big 3, and then everybody else is a fucking scrub in a basket, and nobody really cares about them. That being the Chiefs, the Nordiques, and the Flamingos. Those are the only 3 teams that actually have a chance of doing anything. The Aces have suddenly become like a decent team all of a sudden, which is nice. I feel like the Loons have kind of been on the downswing recently, but I just think that I feel like Doggo has kind of been getting exposed more and more, and that's almost... I hate to talk shit on Doggo because... Or, not Doggo, I should just call him Dog. He's Dog 1. I hate to talk shit on Dog because he is not like... He's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It just feels like sometimes he's very limited as a goalie, and so he like when he gets exposed, he'll get called out pretty hard on bad habits, and he can't really like adapt or adjust or like put himself in places where he can be like realistically save stuff. He'll make a couple of good gloves, but for the most part, it's like as long as you get like the one place that you need him, like the one place you need to get him, you're gonna get him. And that's a kind of unfortunate. I hope he figures stuff out, because I think he is decent. I think he has been grinding a lot, and so I hope he can figure it out. I hope he's got a decent coach over there that can point out his mistakes. That's also coming from a guy who knows fucking nothing about goalie. Let's see. Anybody else that I really am interested in? Man, I feel like the Flamingos are fucking scary, bro. The Flamingos, man. I think I check like the Nordiques, and I'm like, man, that team does not look nearly on scary. Like on paper, I think that the Flamingos look like the scariest team in the league right now, just because that front line of Peachy Ba, Lockie is fucking crazy. Those two fucking ball, and they have such a solid goalie in Zombie. It's like, sheesh, brother, you're asking for a bad time. Bugs Bunny fumbled last game. It might happen, bro. I got a 2-star last game. I don't think I deserved it. I thought the shots I blocked were pretty fucking easy. Not gonna lie. 2 stars. So basically, after every game, they have a star ranking where they shout out the 3 best players of the game on both teams. Each game gets 3 players that are given either 1 star, 2 star, or 3 stars. If you're 1 star, you're the best player in the game. I was officially ranked as the 2nd best player in the game. Even though I made less saves, I think that my saves definitely were of higher quality. I just don't think they were that great. Maybe I'm just looking at it from my perspective, but I was just like standing in places I usually stand. They were just like fucking pinging it right into me. Now, to be fair, I do stand in crazy spots. If there's one thing that I am, it is Mr. Leave my strong side open, man. I am leave my strong side open, man. And fucking 9 times out of 10 works. Also, I made so many fucking dumb bum mistakes that should have been punished, and they just refused to, which I thought was like fantastic for me. Thanks for looking me look good, guys. But a carrot. I like carrots. They're like the best snack. They're like the best snack. Name a snack that is better than a carrot. There are many, but none have the combination of health and tastiness. I think that's what people don't think about, is that the combination of health and tastiness is like, and also simplicity, easy, simpleness. Peanuts, I think peanuts can get a little bit rich sometimes for me. Sometimes they're just like, it's a little bit like, peanuts are just a little bit too much. And also sometimes they get all grimy on your fingers. They're not really a finger snack. I like carrots because you can eat them. Look at this, my hands, clean. All I have to do is wipe the fucking dates. I hate the way dates taste. But to be fair, the last time I had like a straight date was like when I was a child, so my taste buds could have evolved. But I had a raw date, and I did not like it. They making gay dates? Bro, that's what... I'm just scared of dates, okay? Fuck. Can't... I'm sorry, okay? I just don't like dates. Holy shit. I just don't want to... I don't know. Can't have anything right these days, bro. No! I feel like I can get better. You're right, dates are shit. Why is Okami here? What a weird combination of people that have shown up to this stream today. First it was Zaz, now it's Okami. Man. What's up, Okami? How you doing, big man? You just don't want a gay date with a hot dude? Yeah, I don't want a gay date with a hot dude. I don't, actually. That is something I don't want. If there's a hot dude in my vicinity, I would not go on a date with him. I wouldn't do it. Working on my state app? Oof. Yeah, state apps are kind of fucked. Or at least I threw mine in, but I think I'm gonna get shafted because of the no username thing. I'm like, damn. They're shafting my entire strategy to get in. I also had to take out my face cam as well, because I don't know if that violated the rules to have a face cam, but I feel like they would not be fucking fond of me pulling out the face cam for the app, so I decided not to. Since they're trying to do the whole, like, you know, anonymous thing. It's like, you know what? Let's just... Let's play it safe, you know? No way I get a fucking PB. Yeah, I know, but still, you know, the fact is, I'm trying to be nice. They're gonna do it for Flux. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what they're. Who knows? Maybe Flux just isn't planning to ball out as hard. Who knows? A whole world of possibilities here. Okay. I'm only making one application. Flux, the main character from the last-ish video. Also, not a personal friend of mine, but somebody who I am fucking cosmically aware of because he's just fucking everywhere. Flux is the ultimate leader in these civ events. He's a full-time leader. That's what he does, alright? If there's one guy who you're like, you know, if I'm in a fucking state event, or I'm in any civ event, and I want somebody who I know is gonna lead a nation, it's gonna be fucking Flux. Every time. Bro pulls up, puts on his leader pants every time, bro. It is like clockwork. I log onto a state event like, oh, Flux is a nation. Like clockwork. He does his thing, bro. What can I say? You know what? I love him for it, bro. I can't deny. He is good at what he does. If there's one guy who is good at being a leader, it is Big Man Flux. He knows what he's doing. And genuinely good leaders are sometimes pretty hard to come by. Happening this time, he needs off that repeat rule list. I guess that's true. I do appreciate that about Ish. That's why I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to play as like a government. I kind of want to play as a government employee. Or I want to play for the government of this fucking event, right? I want to do that. But I also know that divine luck tends to have me like stuck in these like kind of more visible positions within any kind of agency or like within any kind of like leadership. I tend to stumble my way into places of like general relevance or importance. Somehow I stumble my way into these places, and it's like, you know, it's not going to be a great look if Sheepo3 is the perpetual right-hand man of like every fucking leader. So maybe it's best that I fucking I stay off, Because, you know, good old the good old sheepster probably needs to step off that train. It would be really funny if for the second event in a row, I just become Spood's right hand. That would be fucking hilarious. I would like it a lot, but I don't think it's gonna happen. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure about how this particular experiment is gonna go. We'll see what happens. I didn't really read it that deeply, so I'm sure that there's gonna be great things, but who knows? I'm not gonna be too cut up if I don't get in. I got my shine, you know, and I'm gonna ride that off for the next couple, for like the next year, I'd say. Over under 5 people that DM me saying, "Yo, I saw you were in that Ish video." Over under, probably under, but still, it's gonna happen. Open to being wrong, yeah. Bro, it's crazy because like the amount, like nowadays, it's not just people that are telling me about the fucking Ish video. I had 2 people say, "Yo, bro, I saw you in a Ludwig video." I'm like, bro, I was not in the fucking Ludwig video. I was in the Ish video that Ludwig was reacting to. You fuckers are crazy. Ludwig really got his dick in everybody. He really do. Ludwig really do got his hand in every pot, bro. It's crazy out here. What is happening? And I didn't even make a POV video of my POV of the event. What a shame. We're watching Sab's video? Yeah, man, that's sick. That's I should have, dude, honestly, I should have made a perspective video, but honestly, my perspective video would have been boring as hell. I can't even lie. Unfortunately, I did very little interesting that event. I sat in meetings with Spood. I spent my entire event running around. Hey, have you guys seen Spood? Hey, you guys seen Spood anywhere? Hey, Spood, where are you going? Where are you going? Right, I have to. This man was wanted to get himself killed in every way possible, and I needed to prevent it. Even though I fucking failed, I was a terrible bodyguard. But don't tell anybody that. If you getting cooked by a furnace? Yeah, the fucking what's his name? That guy. He had a whole dude. He had that clip of the video, dude. I was like, damn, bro. He not only did he piece me up, he had like 20 gaps, bro. I was so pissed, bro. I had a measly like two, maybe 1, and he fucking piecemealed me up. He didn't even need no gaps. I was getting that's why those fuckers were living forever, dude. It was so fucking annoying. We can never kill him because they had like fucking 1,000,000 gaps on him. I'm like, god damn. These pro PvPers with 1,000,000 gaps, I'm getting fucking pieced up. I can't do anything. It's fucking cooked. It was terrible, bro. I got annihilated. I'm happy. What's a gap? Golden apple. They are the healing item of choice for pro PvPers. They are powerful. It's why gold is normally not super valuable as a commodity in most Minecraft plays, but in specifically PvP events. Having a golden apple supply is fucking necessary. No, I threw away my fucking record. God damn it, I was 1.6 up and I threw... No! Fuck! I was 1.6 up! I want to die. Didn't they have netherite? Some of them had netherite. But most of them were fucking full diamond. With like the minimum enchantments that they allowed. But also a bunch of them were just like a bunch of sweaty nerds who just grinded, like who just immediately swam over to Island 2, grinded for 1,000,000 pieces of gold. I was not afforded that luxury, bro. I couldn't just leave my island. All right, I had a man to protect. I had a man to protect. I had to stay with my boy. What were you gonna do? Fucking nothing. Right? That's what I was gonna do. Honestly, I shouldn't have been fighting in the first place, but... Spood basically said, yeah, just fuck off. go kill some fuckers. I did get a kill. I got a kill in the event, but it ended up being kind of, I ended up dying painfully. I tried to help my team, and I ended up dying painfully for it. But hey. Bans gaps. I don't know if he's going to do that. I think that he's kind of got his, like, kind of set in stone I think the only thing he should do is probably limit gaps more than anything. He should probably put, like, a hard limit of, like, you can have 5 gaps in your inventory at one time. That's what he should do. Like, a hard limit, 5 gaps in the inventory. That's what he should do. I think banning gaps outright is going to piss off a lot of people that, it's not worth pissing off, I'm not trying to, like, shit on all the PvP sweats who play in his events, because I think the PvP sweats are, like, necessary. They're a necessary evil sometimes. It's important to have some PvP sweats to fuck around and just kill people. Alright? We have to live in that, we have to live in that world. We can't always have what we want. Oh, I think it's cooked. Hold on. Can I lock in? Nope. Magic did that and people found workarounds immediately? Of course. Of course they did. It's irreversible, would you? No, because I think that would make me more lame. I think the problem is that, like, being a PvP sweat, it's not just a skill, it's a mentality. You're just sitting around waiting for fucking the fights to happen. And everything else is kind of like, everything else is kind of just like, I feel like PvP sweats just have a specific kind of, like, way of treating the events that sometimes feels very callous and annoying to deal with. They're just very disagreeable people, and they sometimes make it very unfun to actually do the event. I think it's okay to be disagreeable, as long as you're not a fucking dick. And the problem is a lot of the PvP sweats come from the PvP community, and the PvP community is known to be filled with toxic pieces of shit. And unfortunately, a lot of those PvP sweats are not exempt from that pool. Okay, a lot of these people, they're just toxic. And they're annoying. They're toxic and they're annoying. And so it's not that they are fundamentally bad. It's not because I hate them or I dislike them because they are good at PvP. That's not the problem. The problem is they're just fucking annoying as shit, and they're not fun to, play these events with. That's just that's the fundies. Yeah, but it's like there are certain communities that are more prone to, like, to be filled with toxic, annoying people more than others. Okay? Okay? And the PvP community is one of them. Every kind of, like, all these, like, semi-competitive gaming communities are filled with people like this that are just miserable and annoying. Generally, casual players are a lot more fun, or people who are, like, more willing to engage in, like, the politics or the leadership style. The reason why those people are a lot less insufferable is because A, being a good leader or being a good politician requires you to be fucking likable, and B, it also means that you are willing to kind of, certainly that side of the community has their own, like, different kinds of annoying people, right? The kinds of annoying people you get in that side of the community is much different, but the fact still remains that I'd much prefer them to the because I think they have a better understanding of, like, the way of why civ events are fun and why they are entertaining and why they make good stories. I think they have a better understanding of that. And so it means that they're able to just kind of play the game a little bit, smarter, right? I think a good leader, again, like, good players are willing to die for the sake of the story, or willing to put themselves in positions where they can die because it's better for the fucking story, right? That's all I'm saying. Do you believe one can be a nice, kind, loving people? Of course, yeah. There are those that exist. People that are good at PvP, but are also, like, cool and chill and generally good for the story and entertaining people and fun people to be around. Yeah, for sure. But it's just, it's less of a rule and more of an exception. I thought of a really funny analogy that's kind of crazy to say, but so I'm not going to say it, but it's a really funny analogy. Is that a line? I felt like I just zipped through that. Yeah, dude, that's a line, bro. Damn, top 50? I'm crazy. What if they were covered in green food dye? That is the question. That is the question. What if? One could only imagine the rage that Sheep003 would feel if they were indeed. One could only imagine. One has to imagine Sheep enraged as all of his allies are simultaneously covered in green food dye and he realized what he must do. As his entire team, no! Well, you know. Who said I was ever, you know, Dream's #1 supporter, by the way? I used to be a bigger Dream fan, and then he fell off. And then it also became really fucking annoying. The problem with Dream was not that he made bad content. The problem is that he fell off and became annoying. That was always the problem with Senor Dream. Is that he fell off. The problem with Dream is that he's a piece of shit. I don't think I'd go that crazy. I just think that he's just generally just annoying. Just generally sucks. Very fratty. Also not very good at taking accountability, which I thought was really funny. Sometimes he's too good at taking accountability, and sometimes he's just terrible at it. It's really funny how that works. Sheep, opinions on the Japanese language. I don't speak Japanese, so I can't say. But apparently some people are really fucking into it. Like, way too into it. Like, yo, bro, yeah, I'm sure that anime was cool, but like, chill out. Type into it. So I think the country of Japan is probably fine. I'm not a particularly big fan of their culture. I think that a lot of people gas up Japan. I think that the problem is, like, I feel like and I sound like somebody who just fucking hates Japan, when in reality, I don't hate Japan. I just hate the fact that everybody gasses up Japan like they're so fucking great when they're, like, provably not. They provably fucking suck. Okay? They are not a hunky-dory, you know, nice fucking great country, bro. It is not hunky-dory there, bro. It is not hunky-dory, bro. In Japan, there's a concept called kirashu, which roughly translates to killing yourself because you fucking work too much. Like, the fact that this is a common thing should probably raise some big old flags that are not a pleasant color. If you're raising flags that are of that shade, you should probably look in a mirror. Alright? So yeah. Man, us Westerners could learn a thing or two. In Japan, they have a concept called kissing ass. To be fair, we have it here in America too, but like Japan is just like America on fucking steroids, bro. That's all it is. It's a great place. Hey, man. But Japan also has some pretty cool stuff, too, so. Yeah, that was the one. The fucking... You're not allowed to kill people in Japan. Did you know that in Japan, life is very sacred? If you take it away, that's actually considered a crime, and you could go to jail. Really? Is that so? Is that so? Please tell me more. Like we are really like fucking. Again, like I said, I just hate all the fucking. Everybody, every time somebody, like, it's gotten to the point that every time I hear somebody say something good about Japan, like, I immediately am like, I don't trust that person. I just don't trust that person. I just don't think their takes are that good. And it's like, like, for the most part, it's probably like pretty harmless. But it is just like, when you have so many people that are just fucking freaky fucking frogs when it comes to Japan, it's like I just gotta keep my guard up, bro. Because the moment some fucking food influencer starts talking about QP mayo, I immediately distrust their takes on food. I'm not kidding. The moment that I hear a food influencer talk about QP mayo, it's like instant. Like, I don't trust that guy. I don't care. It is genuinely like instant. Instantly, that's what happens. Oh, also there's been a new what's it called? A new purity test on Fitness Talk, and I wanted to talk about it, bro. Okay. So this is like kind of like the Japan thing, but in the fitness community, there are a bunch of like recipes where people try to like make shit but higher in protein and with better macros, like lower calories, higher protein, right? That's kind of the goal of a lot of these fitness cooking channels, right? To do that shit. All right. And so recently, and so because of that, there's been a lot of channels that pop up that their job is to review those recipes. Like, people will create recipes, and then there will be a certain group of influencers that will review those recipes. Are they good? Are they bad? Are they actually do they actually taste good? Because it's very easy to make something high protein and low calorie. It just tastes like fucking shit. But so what's happened is that this new recipe came out about like it's called tuna bread. And apparently what this fucker did is I can remember it by heart. He made bread out of tuna, baking soda, and eggs. Only those ingredients. Like canned tuna, an egg, and like a teaspoon of baking soda. And he said, this bread, it's like very similar to regular bread. And I am like, that is such bullshit. You are lying. You are lying. And I know he's lying. I know for a fact he's fucking lying. Okay? Because I have a sense of like, because I've tested out some of these recipes on my own. So I have like a bit of a sense of like what's bullshit and what's not bullshit. Okay? That is setting off my bullshit alarms like fucking crazy. And so I just go over to all these influencers, and if I see all these fucking fitness reviewer influencers, if I see them gassing up the tuna bread, I know that I know they're bullshit. I know that they are fucking lying and they are not to be trusted. And that has become my purity test. I want to see you review the fucking tuna bread. And if you call it good, I don't trust you. I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's just, I guarantee it just tastes like fucking shitty tuna. It tastes like shitty tuna. That's all it tastes like. It's like tasting like tuna, but worse. I don't hate canned tuna, but it's just like canned tuna, but worse. 100,000 billion million trillion %, dude. That's all it is. Factually. That's what's happened. What's the video you sent? You need to see this. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? I don't like tuna. I think tuna's fine. It's just like, hold on, I need it. It's threw me for a fucking loop. Hold on. We're pulling it up. Oh boy. Japanese beauty standards, boys. Auto-generated chord progression, Blingus Man? Is this AI taking over the music industry, Blingus Man? Using AI to make your own music? SMH, bro. Alright, hold on. Pause.
No way. I got my body graded on a scale of A to F because that's what you do when you live in Japan.
That's not...
Almost all of the jobs here make you get a yearly health check. And I'm stressing because I've heard they're pretty strict. And
Do
leaving
they?
the clinic, everything seemed painless and fine, but...
Okay, so I got my results.
Fat bitch. Sorry.
I literally got a C. I've never gotten a C in my life. And not only a C, but a C12. So they do give you a full breakdown of the tests that they did, and I got A's pretty much across the board except for one thing. And don't worry, I've already Googled that, and Google told me I have 10 days left to live. But luckily the Japanese government was a little bit kinder, gave me 12 months to get my shit together.
Now, if they find anything even slightly abnormal,
What the fuck?
you're probably going to end up in the B or C range, but D, E, and F might be a little bit more urgent.
And would you believe all this cost me nothing, not a cent. No.
I hate the video. I want to check out her channel. This seems crazy. I don't believe this. A yearly health checkup where they fucking grade you? I just don't buy it, bro. Where's the woke mob? Sorry. Who's gonna be a fire satirical? I just don't buy it. Hold on. This has to be bait, bro. No, it's not! American couple living in Japan. Fuck! This has to be bait. This account has to be bait. This account has to be bait, bro. I don't believe it. This fucking person has to be bait. This is legal in Japan? I just ripped my pants. Let's see.
How is this not illegal in Japan? Like, you can buy a pack of smokes from a vending machine. And I mean, yeah, it checks your ID, but my American brain sees this as way too easy to abuse. And people think Japan is strict, but you can also drink in public. I know, it feels illegal, but no one will stop you from having that Shibuya meltdown. And when you're at the convenience store, you'll often find this guy. No, not Ben, but the guy flipping through naughty magazines. Just out in public, nothing illegal about it. This is such a problem that most places tape their magazines shut nowadays. Right above the kid.
They tape it shut, bro? Bro, you fuckers are freaky, man. What is happening? That ain't no way, bro. You fucking... Look, I am not opposed to getting freaky, but in public? In fucking public, dude? Do we have no shame? What Japan thinks about foreigners. What's happening? Tell me.
I've been told some crazy things about foreigners in Japan.
Like, my students thought our American hands were too big to use chopsticks, so they were shook when our fat freedom fingers figured it out. Myth busted. But even crazier was the time.
That's a crazy myth. What the fuck? Hold on. Now you're kind of shitting on Japanese. Hold on. This feels like a little bit. Feels like you're going a little bit too hard.
Told us foreigners can't hear cicadas.
I have no idea where he got this from.
There are sometimes I wish we couldn't hear these bugs because we can hear them
Loud and clear.
Obviously, most people in Japan know better, but some myths are the worst. Like, only foreigners need to wear deodorant? Yeah.
Bitch. Look, 24 hours of looks maxing in Korea. What is happening?
This is me before my 24-hour looks maxing transformation in Korea. Starting with the most intense skincare
Based?
I can find.
Based
literally
looks maxing
taking my blood,
montage?
refining it into stem cells and putting it back into my face. Only one problem, now I'm extremely bruised. But I'll just ask my color analyst to find the best color to hide them. And by that, I mean me, because at this store, I could be my own color analyst. Which is even better, because this is free, and I'm not about to...
I just wanted to make a joke about the rainbow in the face. I wanted to make a joke about the woke taking over or something. I couldn't think of something funny fast enough.
This economy to tell me that I'm an autumn. Thanks, but no thanks. But I do need a hairstylist because my scalp is dirty. And you know what they say, dirty scalp, dirty mind. No one says that. But after 15 steps of cleaning my head, including a step that had my ass looking like Megamind, I was feeling pretty transformed. But the final test is, what does Ben think after?
Awesome. Okay, let's see. Anything else interesting? Day of my life working in Japan. Oh no. Japan is not living in the future. Hold on, this person might actually be like, my gym in Japan is better than, you know what, this person might be a little bit more, you know, a little bit more balanced. I don't know. You know what? She seems pretty even keel here. I kind of respect it.
My gym in Japan is better than yours. This is a gym for people who hate working out. They have hair removal, laundry machines, teeth whitening, and manicure services for free. Or at least as part of your membership. And the membership is dirt cheap because there is no
What fuck ass gym?
staff, only a QR code to check in. So a lot of young people have been using this gym as a sort of one-stop glow-up shop. Are the
That's not a no. What?
workout machines good? No. But I'm not here for that. I'm here for the machine that zaps my skin until I'm...
Some people. Okay, apparently Japan just likes looks maxing. Apparently, this is what I've learned from this person, that Japanese people just fucking mog everybody. Awesome, good to know. In Japan, they have a concept called Luxmaxo, where you fucking mog everybody. You finally figured that out? I don't know. I don't really follow Japan like that, MJ. I didn't realize that their entire culture was based around fucking mogging, dude. The gym gives you a scale. I have not weighed myself in so long. That's crazy. My coworker asked me how much I weigh. I'm like, I could not tell her. I wanted to. I would have told her if I knew. I have no fucking idea how much I weigh right now. I couldn't tell you. 202 incident. It really did come back. It's just because I don't have a. Maybe I should buy a scale when I get a new job. When I check my bank account, it's plus at the end of the month. It'll go great. I promise. I don't know. I think body standards are crazy in Japan, but that's just me personal. Let people put a little bit more fat on their bones. That's what I say. That's what I say. £110? Are you fucking 4'10", my guy? Bro, 110? Are you a fucking are you fucking 3.5 feet tall? What the hell? I'm 5'11"? Oh my god. You're a fucking That's crazy. Are you I don't want to judge, but are you not like I don't want to body shame. This is not going to be the Sheepo3 body shaming stream. This will not be the Sheepo3 body shaming stream. That's crazy to me. You're like taller than me and you fucking weigh less. That's wild. Am I just either I'm fat as fuck or you are a fucking stick figure? Maybe it's just a little bit of both. That's crazy to me. I could never imagine myself being 5 or being 110 pounds. That sounds crazy. In normal units. Hold on. I'll convert it. Pounds to kilograms. We'll do it. That's 49 kilo. Yeah, that's wild, bro. That's... Oh my god. Hold on. What is the healthy weight for... Healthy... Let's just say 5'10", because I'm about 5'10". They want me to be from 129 to 173 is a healthy BMI. Although BMI is kind of bullshit. BMI is kind of bullshit. Okay. So both you and I are both out of that BMI range, Okami. Both you and I. Although I will say BMI is very much like, it's kind of a scam measurement. It doesn't take into account like what your body's composed of. If you're like super duper ripped, then BMI is going to make you look like you're like unhealthy as shit, when in reality you're probably much healthier than a lot of other people. BMI is not the most like trustworthy measurement of like how healthy you are. Yeah, again, it's like take it with a grain of salt type thing. BMI is not bad inherently. It's just like you have to use it properly, right? With all things, with many things. No, my time. Gold medal, woohoo! It's not happening, Miras. I saw your image that you sent me. It's not happening. Okay, I hope you know that. All right, I have like about an hour left of stream, okay? Before I have to go. I have a job to do. We have to lock in, bro. Sheepo3 is going to prove himself as the GOAT commentator, bro. And all these frauds are going to have to applaud me as I fucking cast the most amazing game they've ever seen. They're going to be enthralled by my casting ability, all right? I got to lock in. Thoughts on Obsidian? Like IRL or like in Minecraft? You link the stream, I will do that. Like the program? It's a note-taking app with Dart. When you say it's a note-taking app, this feels like you're underselling its functionality. Oh yeah, I just used it to take notes. Like, really? Why can't I... What about it is so much better than the Windows default note-taking app? Fuck trees, real, based. You can like make scripts. Okay. So I don't have any use for it. This is a program that it just has no use in my fucking life. Really good for organization. Well, I just organize myself on fucking Google Docs, bro. I ball out. It has dark mode. Yeah. Windows Notepad comes with that. Like, yeah. It also does that. I'm not gonna lie, the whole dark mode, light mode thing has become, for me, it's become such a lay awesome Redditor thing. Like, oh, you're using light mode? That's pretty cringe of you. Feels like a very lay awesome Redditor moment. I'm with you. I don't like light mode, alright? I'm very much on the fucking, I'm on the dark mode train. I like dark mode. custom themes. That's fair. Ever since they added custom themes to OBS, I actually crashed out because they changed my theme on OBS and I like the default one. I didn't know there was a light mode Discord, I'm not gonna lie. What even is light mode Discord? I always thought Discord was just perpetually in darkness. I'm gonna turn my Discord on to light mode. I want to see what it looks like. Now you've got me now you got me curious. Now you got me curious. Investigate every I don't. I'm cool if you want to use the light mode. Maybe shit is hard to see, bro. You want to see shit. Who knows? That's fine. Windows setting. Let me turn on my streamer mode. Windows setting. Where can I find the dark mode or light mode? Usually it's a pretty big, fat toggle. It's on appearances. That would make sense. Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. Holy shit. Yeah. That looks fucking... It's not even... It's like all the text isn't even full black, bro. What a fucky shade of black they use, bro. I saw your face, black, white. Hold on, if I take it away. It does. When I pull it up, it does. The brightness, the flashbang, bro. Yeah, it's not... Dude, they don't even use like a full black text. They use like a faded shade of black on their text. That's so stupid. This looks terrible. Who could... Damn, yeah, no, hell no, I'm not using this. They also have other color schemes, though. Hold on. It's more. This is Onyx, which is the one I've been using. But they also have Dark, Ash. Ash looks gross. Damn, just use straight black, bro. People like to be degraded. That's crazy. I don't know about all that, but I never said that, but yeah. Yeah, I do not like light mode. As dark mode users can learn a thing or two. I don't know if I could learn a thing or two. It's purely aesthetic differences. I actually don't believe that we could learn a thing or two. In fact, I find that to be hard to believe that we could learn a thing or two. Whatever helps you be more productive at the end of the day, right? Whatever gets the job done, as they say. Here in Japan, we have a concept called light mode. Sorry. You ever struggled seeing the web page when you're browsing on the computer? Well, here in Japan, we have a concept called light mode. Yeah. But that's probably... I think that... Yeah. I think there's a lot of... I think it's very easy when you're like a country that is more like interconnected with the internet. Kind of industrialized around the time that the internet was popping off. So you're able to kind of be more modernized in that sense. Also, it's nice because your country is just fucking small. I think people sometimes realize that some things are just more difficult in America because we have a big ass fucking country and it's a lot harder to do like these gigantic things that sweep across the entire nation because it's a big nation. It's a lot easier to run your you know, it's a lot easier to run your shit when you're like, you know, you're operating on the size of a state. We're not. we have big place, big country here. A little bit harder to ball out the way that you would like to, you know? Oh my god, they have a fucking ghost on this map. That thing on Trump's hand? What, his fucking death note or whatever? Why did they have to make the ghost a car? Couldn't they just have made it a boat? Is this not ice boat racing? Car adds aura. I guess it does. As I get omega diffed by the fucking car that speeds ahead of me. It is cool that they've added this. I think this is a sick feature. You're able to see what the best in the... Basically, I assume this is like the best run in the world. So I'm able to see what the best player who ever played this map did. Fastest time. I think that's pretty cool. Speaking of pretty cool... Are you so negative all the time? I'm just saying. I feel like it'd be more thematically appropriate. Can I talk about something cool that I've been seeing? I don't know if you guys have been seeing the same guy. Maybe some of you TikTok users will be able to say it with me. But there's been this guy on TikTok that I've been really liking recently. He's been popping up all over my For You page. It's this fucking big black guy. And he just talks about like the origins of like different fruits and vegetables. And he's just like, yeah, so this fruit came, here's some history about it. And he just says, so that's pretty insane. And every single video of his is a banger. And I'm like, yeah, this guy's sick. I always look forward to his videos on my For You page. Some big fucking black dude just telling me about fruits. He was telling me about the jackfruit earlier this morning. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I've never had one. I'm not being a negative fucking Nancy. Why are you lying? I'm just saying. Just because I said I'm not gonna be a hater doesn't mean I'm not gonna stop, you know, saying that I dislike things if I dislike them. Dislike something, I'm gonna dislike it. I'm just not gonna dislike it for just the sake of it. I'm not gonna dislike it for the fact that I'm just a fucking hater, bro. Alright, I'm gonna be better. I'm not gonna hate things just for the sake of hating. I want to pick and choose my hating more carefully. And also, this isn't really hating. It's just like, God forbid a man has some personal preference. Love the poison? I love the poison or snack person. Poison or snack? This seems like... I'm just imagining like some Looney Tunes-ass situation where it's like a fucking bag of chips and like a bottle with like the skull and crossbones on it. It's like, now which one? That's what I'm imagining. I'm sure it's like an actual thing. Hey man. What is that emote? What the fuck is that emote? Hold on. Wait, hold on. I'll get back to this conversation. What the fuck is that emote, dog? Is that what I think it is? What is that emote? It's so sick. I don't have a problem with strong queer woman. It's just really funny. I don't have a problem with the strong or the queer part. Alright? You misunderstand me. I never said I had a problem with strong or queer people. just have a problem with women. Sorry. Sorry. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I gotta chill. I gotta chill. That one was unprompted. That one was unprompted. No, I don't have a problem with women. Women are great. This map is super sick. Incel 03. Bro, was I not just like a couple streams ago talking about some base shit about women and stuff? Like, God forbid I have a based opinion about a woman, bro. You people don't let me have based opinions. I'm trapped here. I make one joke and suddenly it's like, oh boy. Sheepo 3 back at it again. It's like, it's not like that. Based opinion of woman. It is crazy to say that. That's true. No, guys, I swear to God, I like women a lot, bro. I don't know. I think it's been proven. I'm not gonna play the defend my Sheepo 3 tries to defend his take. I think jokes are jokes, you know? I think jokes are jokes. But I think the only this super trapdoors. Jokes are jokes. The only problem really occurs when the jokes start crossing over from the joke line, right? And for the most part, I think I do a pretty okay job at keeping it. I'm pretty good. I don't think I have any, like, patently ridiculous fucking opinions about, like... I think I'm based. I think I am based. That's what I am. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. If I had to judge myself, I'd say I am based. Overall, for the most part. Some of my opinions are, you know... It's give or take, but for the most part, I do a pretty good job. Based. Yeah, I don't know what other word to use. Based is just such a good word, I don't know. It is very incel-y language, unfortunately. Happens to the best of us. Hey, man. Sheepo 3 did go on his notorious incel. I guess I wasn't Sheepo 3 back then. I did go on a notorious incel arc as a child, but... I don't think it was straight incel. I think to accuse myself of being an incel would be like, you know, that's kind of crazy. I was not an incel. I was just a bit of a cringe child, but everybody was a cringe child. The only problem is that my way of expressing my cringe was through politics. Which probably made me extra cringe, but, you know, hey, what can you do? You're a bowl of sensible decisions. So far, that's kind of what my life has been, J-Dog. So far, a bunch of reasonable decisions. Kind of makes me boring as fuck, though, you know? I think I'm lamer because of it. I'm too smart for my own good. Sorry, that sounded like... Damn, I sound like the giant... Big, never mind. I take back that last sentence I said. I sound like an asshole. Actually, yeah, I should kill myself. You know what? Actually, you're right. You're right. I actually should kill myself. I did say that. I should kill myself. And that's fair. I am the Rick and Morty friend. God forbid a man shares his intelligence. My big brain, I just can't help it. My big veiny fucking brain filled with fucking wrinkles and shit, dude. What can I say? Can't help the fact. Leafy arc, imagine. Man, I was just reading a paper about string theory last night. Just very, very interesting. Just some light reading for me. It's just something I like doing in my free time. I don't know. Just really liked it. Are conservative men into Bush? That's a great question, actually. I don't know. We should do a poll. Did you vote for Donald Trump is the first question, and the second question is, are you into Bush? 2-question survey. And you know the best part is that that question can be interpreted in many different ways. Gay conservative men? Gay conservative men, I know it's kind of, it feels like an oxymoron. Although I know that's not a good position to hold. Because, you know, you're allowed to be conservative and gay at the same time. Those positions are not mutually exclusive, but it is funny to think about. As a black, gay, conservative, exactly. Just like, you know, layer them on. As a black, gay, conservative woman, does feel very tokenized at times, you know? It's like back in my day, back when I was a cringe kid who was, you know, watching the Feminist Destroyed compilations in my bedroom and feeling very smart. Like kind of the big people, like Ben Shapiro was definitely there. There was like Crowder, James Crowder, and then Milo Yiannopoulos was like kind of the big. Milo Yiannopoulos was a lot bigger than he is now. Basically, Milo Yiannopoulos had a generational fall off. But he was kind of the guy a lot of the time as kind of like the spearhead of this movement, because I think he had kind of that token identity of being like this more flamboyantly gay individual who is also very deeply conservative. And he very much felt like this, he felt almost like an Uncle Tom in a way. He very much felt like an Uncle Tom for a lot of like the conservative LARPing stuff to have a home in. Like just a gay guy who was like, yeah, I don't think gay people should be allowed to marry. And it's like at some point, like, okay. Oh, man. But yeah, that's just kind of what it is. Interesting moments in my formative years. Memories that are kind of... memories I remember. Do you think gay conservative men are low-key into liberals? I don't know if I want to speculate on that. Mostly because I don't think there's a way I can spin it in like some funny jokey way. I don't know if I can spin this in some funny jokey way, unfortunately. I'm trying. I just can't. I don't know. It almost feels like to me in like the kind of the way that people like fetishize virginity sometimes. That's what it kind of feels like. Hey man, maybe some people have genuine fantasies of, like, you know, pounding some fucking submissive liberal ass into fucking, you know, it's like, with my Chad conservative, you know, power, I will, you know, destroy this tight liberal, you know. It's like, you know, I'm sure that that's not an impossible scenario for it to happen. It's just not something I'm gonna speculate on because it's not mine. I'm good, bro. It's just so funny to think of, like, politics play in the bedroom. Like, oh babe, I want to do, like, a fucking roleplay scene where you fucking pretend to be a conservative. It's like, okay. I mean, I guess, bro, like, I'm not gonna judge what you're into. People are into crazy shit all the time. It's just so funny to me to think about that. The fuck is this devolved into? Hey man, I was just engaging in the conversation topic, J-Dog. Fuck man. I want you to be Dr. Fauci, forcing me to take the vaccine. But the only way you can inject it is Dr. Fauci, I need the vaccine. Yeah, like the COVID vaccine that we all agree killed millions of people, you know. As we can all agree. The evil COVID vaccine that murdered families of innocents. The COVID vaccine that created woke. It was the woke vaccine, and everybody who took it lost half their testosterone instantly. That's why real patriots couldn't take it, because they had, like, all those allergic reactions because, you know, they had, you know, they felt all their testosterone being sucked out of them, and, you know, it was crazy. You need my anti-woke vaccine. Exactly. Well, no, it was the pro-woke vaccine. No vaccine is anti-woke. Saying the word vaccine and like the woke, like the anti-woke, that doesn't work. Taking a vaccine is inherently woke. You can't take a vaccine you can't vaccinate the woke. Okay? All right? You can't create herd immunity from the woke, unfortunately. It happens, it comes for all of us. And, you know, the real strong Americans among us fight it. Because their bodies were naturally immune. That's the thing. Is that the real patriots have naturally immune bodies to woke. If you need a vaccine, then you're just not a patriot. Wash the water. It's real. It's very true. Do you think they test for that in, like, blood hospitals? Where it's like, if you're donating blood, like they have to test it for, like, woke levels? No, I'm just saying, I'm just worried, like... Okay, I'm taking this bit too far. No, I'm adding more levels to the bit, and I don't think I need to do that. I'm just saying, if they inject woke blood into a based conservative, I mean, what the fuck is gonna happen? AB, are you A, B, or W blood type? About Twinks getting demolished. I said one thing about Twinks getting demolished, bro. I did one thing and I immediately moved on. What are we talking about? I'm just hung up on this topic. I just can't get my fucking mind off of it. This is just not true. Scroll back in the VOD. I made one comment about Twinks getting demolished, bro. One fucking guy, dude, one straight man makes one comment about Twinks getting demolished and suddenly he's gay. It's like, oh my god. Can't have shit in fucking America these days, bro. It's not every stream. What are we talking about? This is actually the craziest. Okay, this is cope, not woke. This is cope. This is crazy cope. You think I am just unable to stop talking about the way that twinks are just getting demolished? It's not happening. This happens like you are the ones who bring up, like, I'm not the one who immediately brings shit to twinks. Okay, this does not happen. I think you guys are actually just gaslighting me into oblivion right now, and I can't take it. I'm being gaslit into oblivion. Yes, you do. I'm just willing to engage with the topic. The problem is not that I'm the one who takes it there. The problem is I'm the one who I think the problem, and I think the reason why we are getting kind of like hung up here, is that I'm not the one who initially brings up the conversation. It's just that I kind of expand upon it, right? I talk about most things that go through my chat. The thing is that if that thing is like a little bit freaky, I'm willing to kind of go into that. I'm willing to explore that topic, right? I'm willing to explore that because I find it interesting, right? But I think that looks like I am the one. It looks like I am the guy who is like starting the conversation. I'm very, very rarely the one starting the conversation on, you know, getting freaking it. I'm rarely the one starting the conversation about freaking it. I just expand on it, all right? It's called being a good conversationalist, okay? It's called being a good yapper, which is something I am unfortunately talented in. I don't even do that, bro. It's so weird and gross that you even say that, bro. Bro, it's super fucking weird and gross that you would even say that stuff, man. It's like not even, it doesn't even happen, bro. I would never fucking do that, dude. It's so cringe and weird. I don't jork it like fucking ever, dude. Like it never fucking happens, bro. It's never happened before. I would never do that because it's weird. You're weird for that. Stop fucking saying that, dude. Dude, I'm being fucking, bro, I'm being so fucking serious, dude. You gotta stop, man. Just the one frat guy who's super embarrassed about jerking it. In Japan. It's so real, dude. it all comes and it all comes full circle. It's beautiful sometimes how the stream, you know, works. You know, sometimes sometimes we talk in circles, but sometimes those circles are just so harmonious, you know. Where did my map go? What the fuck? The map. I'm dying, bro. It when in Japan, do as Japanese do, or whatever the fucking saying is. I don't think that's the saying. It's when in Rome, do as Romans do. But I've never been to Rome, and I don't know that many Romans, so. I knew one guy that was named Roman. He was the football quarterback of our high school team. The high school football quarterback. He didn't play in college because he wasn't really that great, and our team sucked. But I knew him. He was Roman, and I think he's working like he's working like a pretty nice job. It's just crazy what like you look at people like that and you start to realize like, man, it's just like, it's that like the people who you think are not going to get anywhere in life are just like they get everywhere. It's mostly because people skills. That's all it is. Sometimes just being a generally entertaining and fun guy to be around is like all it takes for you to get a decent, nice job. You know, just being a chill guy is all you really need in this life. We go to college, we try to get our degrees, when in reality, you just need to be a chill dude. Women not be entertaining? Yeah, that's exactly what I said, actually. It's so true that you bring this up. I do love it is kind of the classic, you know, like, you said this, so clearly you meant that, right? What's a good example of this? It's like, you know, it's like me saying I like oranges. Well, clearly you must hate apples. I was like, no, I didn't say that. The classic fallacy, and it's just so effective. It's just so effective, you know? There's a reason it's so widely used and seen. Exactly. I know. It's so true. With chocolate, you must hate vanilla. That's the thing. Oh, dude. I've bought some fire fucking ice cream, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I might be changing my tune, by the way. I've had a long-standing view on ice cream, and I think I'm starting to switch up. Because I think somebody just did it right, and it changed my view on things. So I have been kind of not a low-key. I've been a low-key hater on fruit ice cream. Low-key hater on fruit ice cream. Because I thought, like, I just didn't really fuck with fruit ice cream like that. I prefer just, like, you know, other versions of that fruit. And I'd rather keep my ice cream, you know, more like fucking desserty flavors. Right? But I think the reason why I had hate on fruit ice cream is because the fruit ice cream, it always came in like sherbet. And sherbet is not like regular ice cream. It's different. Sherbet is different than ice cream, bro. And the reason is because I didn't really fuck with sherbet like that. I thought sherbet is like, it's cool. It's just, I don't fuck with it like that, you know? But recently, I went to the store because so at work, basically, I came home with a big thing of cherry cobbler. And I'm like, okay, I have all this cherry cobbler, and clearly what I'm going to do with it, I'm not going to eat it raw because that would be unhealthy. I'm just going to mix it in with ice cream, as I do with all things. This is what I do with all desserts that I bring home. I mix it with my fucking ice cream because I love ice cream and I'm a freak. All right, I get like that. And I thought, okay, I need a fucking flavor to mix this with. And I'm thinking, okay, I could just go straight vanilla because vanilla mixes well with everything. But I said, you know what? There's been a flavor at the store that I've been looking at, and I'm like, I've been kind of interested. It's this lemon bar ice cream. It's literally called that, lemon bar ice cream. And I'm like, all right, this brand has not failed me so far. I've liked all their flavors. Let's ball out. And I had it, and I got it, and I mixed it with my cherry cobbler, and it's sitting in my freezer, and I had a little bit of spoonful after. After I was done mixing my pints, cherry cobbler plus lemon ice cream, and I had a little bit, I'm like, bitch. This is a good ass fucking ice cream, dude. It has genuine like lemon flavor, and like it's not just like lemon sweetness, it's lemon tanginess. That's what really makes a lemon dessert a really good lemon dessert, is that it's got that hint of tanginess to it. It's not all sweet and good. There's a little bit of bite, a little bit of kick, and I'm like, damn, it's a good ass fucking ice cream. I was like, bitch. I did say that, bro. It was some crazy ice cream, man. I was like, man, have I just been hating on fruit ice cream for no reason? Do I have to rethink? Does Sheepo 3 have to rethink? The problem with fruit ice cream is that it doesn't really mix with a lot of stuff well. Fruit ice cream, you kind of just have to raw dog it a lot of the time. A lot of like stuff doesn't mix well with fruit ice cream. Saying bitch out loud, it has happened. Not the first time. I just again, it's like very much like a verbal tick. I just heard somebody say it one time in like a YouTube video, and I thought it was really funny. Just like saying bitch when like whenever something's super good, it's like, man. It's my little verbal tick. I have many of those. But yeah. I was very impressed. I just need to find, because the thing is, like, my goat ice cream mixin is M&M's. Mini M&M's is the goat ice cream mixin. The problem is that mini M&M's do not really lend their services well with fruit flavored stuff. But, you know, it's just not a hot combo, as they would say. So in my freezer right now, the things that I have that might mix well with like a fruit ice cream, I have an ube coconut cookie. I got it from the studio back when I worked there, you know, rip my old job. But I have an ube coconut cookie from the studio. And I'm like, I could, you know, we could try and get freaky with this. We could try to get freaky. We'll see. Do you have a Carvel? I'm gonna... Either you spelled that word wrong or I'm crazy because I do not know what that means. Oh. No, I've never heard of this place before. Carville? Ice cream spot? What is this place? Apparently it's an ice cream spot. Wonder what flavors they have. It's fire ice cream. No, we have our own custom places. The closest ice cream shop to me, I guess not, maybe not the closest, but like the one that's like, I have a Salted and Straw that's close to me. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Salted and Straw. Or Straw and Salted, or Strawed and Salt. Whatever the fuck. We have one of those, but Salted and Straw is like a freaky ice cream shop that gets fucking freaky as hell. Don't go to Salted and Straw if you want normal ice cream. They are freaky frogs at Salted and Straw, and I don't really like their ice cream that much. I think it's kind of mid. But the one place that I go to, it's a staple. The one place that I really like the ice cream from, it's called Gunther's, and it's very much like this local spot. It's been there for like 100 years. I fuck with Gunther's ice cream. I think it's great. I love Gunther's ice cream. I want to go back there to get some more. It's really tasty ice cream. To the cream. You a real creamer, MJ? You love ice cream? You don't love ice cream like I love ice cream. I think that's the thing. I'm a lover. Okay, my brother? I'm a true ice cream lover. I think I have proven my fight, like in terms of like the dessert war. More of a candy? You're a candy dude. That's interesting. Like what kind of candy? Like just chocolate? Like chocolate candies, or like, you know, the sweet candies, you know, little... Well, yeah, I guess that is the new question of the day for everybody in chat. What's your dessert of choice? If you had to choose one dessert to eat as your only dessert for the rest of your life, what would it be? And it can be like a category. It can be like a general thing, right? It doesn't have to be one specific. It can be a general category of thing. Sour Skittles and white chocolate Hershey's. What a fucking insane combo. Sour Skittles are based, but white chocolate Hershey's is crazy. That is wild. Man, sour Skittles are based. Of all the sour candies, I think Sour Skittles is definitely it's on the Mount Rushmore of sour candies. You've never had them? That's crazy. They're better than regular Skittles. I love Skittles. Sour Skittles are just better. Yeah. That's crazy. Everywhere that I've seen a man with the Skittles, I've seen a man with sour Skittles. The only problem with sour Skittles is that they get all over your fingies, all right? They're a little bit messy, but it's easily worth it. They're messy, but it's easily worth it. I'm a man. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Bar for bar, word for word, exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, sour Skittles go crazy. The other thing that goes kind of surprisingly hard, that is kind of hard to find sometimes, is cream soda. If you can get like a good cream soda, oof. Problem with sodas is just too much sugar. I get bored of them quick. That cream soda, I don't know. It's just they add some fucking cream to soda, bro. They cream in their soda and shit is goated. I don't know what to say. But as I have said before, I am the ice cream lover. I'm the ice cream fanatic. I love all things ice cream. I'm the ice cream man. I have been for like it's the crazy thing that I know I'm a real creamer is that for the last year I have been eating basically only ice cream as my main dessert of choice. Like whenever it's time for sweet things, it is only ice cream. Every single time it is ice cream, without fail. Every time I have something, it's like, could I mix this with ice cream? Every single time. That is always the thought process for me. It's not like, oh man, this thing is pretty cool that I have. It's, can I mix this with ice cream? And the answer almost universally is yes. Okay, I am... What's better, chocolate or vanilla? I think I don't... I can't give you a straight answer on that, unfortunately. What's better, chocolate or vanilla? They're better for different... They're both good for in different ways. They both have different places in the fucking hierarchy of ice cream, okay? It's like comparing oranges and apples. They're both necessary, all right? It's like yin and yang. Sometimes you can't have a chocolate day without a fucking vanilla day, okay? It's not being contrarian. It's being honest. If being honest is being a contrarian, then I don't want to be a centrist. No, I won't. Because my goat of all goats, okay? The greatest of all time dessert that I've ever had in my entire life is fucking chocolate ice cream with a bunch of chocolate shit slammed into it. Chocolate ice cream with chocolate brownies and chocolate syrup and chocolate chips. That is my goat dessert of all time. That's my favorite thing, a chocolate ice cream sundae. I love that. I love that. But vanilla is oftentimes the more versatile flavor. Vanilla is more versatile than chocolate. Chocolate kind of does its own thing. And it's like comparing a specialist to a generalist. Sure, maybe in a generalist sense, vanilla is better. And I think I can say that in a general sense, vanilla does more than chocolate, okay? Vanilla plugs all the cracks in the shit. But if you need, you know, like vanilla can never do what chocolate can do. Vanilla can never do what chocolate does. Never. Never be a cream. Dude, I'm the fucking realest creamer of all. Dude, don't you ever talk to me about who's a real creamer, who's not a real creamer. I've been a real creamer. Okay, don't ever judge my creaminess, bro. Is that a joke? No, it's not. I'm being like, that is 100% serious. I said vanilla is way more versatile. Did I not say that? I said vanilla is way more. I said chocolate. Nobody can do what chocolate does, but vanilla is way more versatile. That's what I said. Unless I misspoke, which is entirely possible. And if I did, I apologize. But the fact is, vanilla is the more versatile, generalist flavor of ice cream. It does more things. It plugs the holes in the ship. But chocolate, nobody does what chocolate does, bro. Nobody does what chocolate does. That's just what I'm saying, okay? I love vanilla ice cream and I love chocolate ice cream. But I think vanilla does more things. And I think that's why I think you could argue that it's a better flavor. But nothing is better than a good chocolate ice cream. Vanilla cannot compete with it's like, it's peaks and valleys, bro. That's all it is. Chocolate has way more valleys than vanilla, but it also has way more peaks than vanilla. Vanilla cannot peak nearly as hard as chocolate can, and that's a fact. It's also it is true that also chocolate is, I think, a good chocolate ice cream is way easier to fuck up than vanilla ice cream is. That's also another hot take. I think vanilla ice cream is a lot easier to get right. A shitty chocolate ice cream will taste chalky and somewhat bitter. It'll have a bitter aftertaste. That's what a shitty chocolate ice cream tastes like. It's bitter on the back end, and it's a bit chalky. A good chocolate ice cream is fucking A good vanilla ice cream is, I think vanilla has a much more of a curve to it. A lot easier to get a good vanilla. Glorified potential, man. That's the craziest statement you've ever said. And honestly, I want to ban you for life from my chat for saying some dumb head-ass shit like that before. Potential, man? What slander is this? Slander so bad I could die. Creamers agree with me? Fucking, don't speak on behalf of creamers, bro. You've never been there. You're not doing this. No way I'm about to get fucking robbed for my play-by-play, bro. Hold on. I need to... Hold on, I think I might be getting robbed for my play-by-play today. There's just no way, bro. Pause the music. I might be getting fucking shafted on my play-by-play. Hold on. You guys can't hear right now. Yo, am I doing play-by-play today, or are you guys gonna give it to Cryo? What's up? Oh, sorry. Do I sound better? What's up? Am I doing play-by-play today? I can do whatever as long as I don't get like shafted off, okay? All right. All right, all right. I got shafted off play-by-play, boys. I got shafted off play-by-play. Fuck! I got shafted off play-by-play. Fuck you, Cryo Justin. You piece of shit. I can't get shit in this world, bro. I'm so mad about that. What the fuck? He comes in last minute and just says, fuck you. I want my play-by. What the fuck? Bro, let me do one time. One time, you nasty fucking whore. You fucking selfish whore. Let me do my play-by-play, bro. What the fuck? Also, my mic is low. Hold on, I gotta check my mic settings. I feel like my mic's been low forever. I don't know how to fix it. Nasty whores. I don't know how I fix my hold on. Sound settings. Problem is, if I update, hold on, I'm gonna try to fuck with my mic a little bit, but the problem is, if I start updating my gain, I'm gonna start. Okay, I gotta end stream. I'll be back later on Thursday. We'll be back. We'll do some other stuff. Either way, bye. I have to go figure out mic stuff. Bye.